Hey Tammy, are you there? I was just wondering if you'd already gotten back home.
Oh, hey Sam. Yes, I actually got home not that long ago.
Thank you so much. I know it's kind of a lot asking you to be here a whole month. Make sure to tell your husband we're sorry about this too.
Oh, don't worry. I talked to Ahmed and he said he was fine with it. After all, he understands about having to take care of family. If anything, now I'm worried about when would be a good time for me to leave. I hate to leave too early.
Yeah, I can understand that. But I just want you to know that having you here was a huge help for us.
Well, of course. I was more than happy to be able to be there for you and Mom. But I really am worried about Mom, though. I mean, are you sure that you're going to be okay taking care of her on your own?
I don't think there's anything to worry about anymore, especially after all the help that you've done around here. But don't worry, my wife and I will make sure to take good care of your mom.
Well, okay, but I just know that you don't really know all that much about nursing. Isn't that right?
Yeah, but I've been reading some books, and I'm sure that I'll adapt to it over time. I mean, it's not like you were a pro before coming here.
It's true. But you do remember that I helped take care of Grandma for a long time when she started to get up there, right? And I'd like to think that I learned quite a bit about what it takes to take care of someone older. In fact, I always thought I'd be the one to take care of Mom since you moved out of the house so early.
I know, but I was young and pretty dumb then. I just wanted to get out, but now I really do want to be there for Mom.
Well, okay, but you know that it's not going to be easy. And I'm also more than happy to come back here and help. I mean, even if you wanted me over just one day a week, I wouldn't mind driving out here and doing that for you.
Oh, come on. You know that I can't ask that of you. You live far away, and I would feel so bad to keep taking away from your family and home. So please don't worry about this anymore, okay?
Sam, I am telling you that Ahmed really is okay with this. In fact, he agrees with me that I should be there if you need me.
I get that, but I have Erica here, and if I need anything, I'll ask her for a hand before coming to you. But I really am so grateful for all that you've done here already. But now it's time for me to take care of Mom.
Well, I guess I can understand that. Okay then, I know that you'll do your best. I still can't believe this happened to Mom. I mean, who knew that shock could have such an effect on her?
But it wasn't just the shock, right? I thought she had some kind of stroke. I mean, she can't move half her body, right?
Yes, it was a stroke. And Mom is going to put on a happy face and pretend that she's fine, but you really have to keep an eye on her.
Well, I'm glad that she still has some control over her body. I mean, when I heard she had a stroke, I was afraid that she was going to be in a coma or something like that.
Yes, of course. I'm so happy that Mom isn't worse off. But I guess these things really can happen out of nowhere. I mean, Mom seemed so healthy and she got exercise and everything, but she still couldn't avoid this.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's honestly still hard for me to wrap my head around. My image of her is just so healthy and active and, well, I guess I need to accept the reality of the situation.
I know what you mean. I'm still struggling with it myself, to be honest. But I really never thought that the day would come when you would ask me to take over taking care of Mom. I really did always think that I would be doing this for the rest of Mom's life.
I know, and I'm sorry for the way I acted when I was younger. I never meant to cause any pain or worry, but I know that did cause trouble for you and Mom. But now I want to make up for the past by doing this. It really is the least I can do.
I really didn't think that I'd ever see the day when my big brother would be saying these words.
Well, I've done some growing up myself since then, and I realize now that I owe a lot to Mom, and I really have a debt to her. So please don't worry about a thing.
Thank you so much for doing this, Sam. I just hope that Erica is okay with having Mom move in with you guys. I hope you two have really talked this out and know what you're getting into.
Yeah, of course. I've talked this over with Eric. She understands completely.
Are you really sure about that, Sam?
Of course I'm sure about it. Why would you even question something like that?
Well, it's just that if I remember correctly, Erica and Mom never really got along all that well, right? And this was all before Mom had her stroke and ended up like this.
What are you talking about? They never disliked each other. They get along just fine.
I just never really thought of Erica as being on board to do something like take care of our mom.
Come on, Tammy. Don't you think you're being just a little rude right now? How could you just write off Erica like that? You have to have more faith in people.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to imply anything. I just want to make sure that we're doing what's best for Mom.
Well, I want you to know that Erica and I aren't the people that we used to be. We're older and more mature, and we really want to be there in any way that we can. I mean, we're family, and we need to stick together. Isn't that right?
Yes, that's right. You're right, and I'm sorry for doubting you. Take care of Mom and let me know if you need anything from me.
I'll make sure to do that, but you really should just leave it all to me. I'm going to make sure Mom is just fine. Don't you worry about that. You're not going to have a single reason to worry with Mom at my house.
Oh, I certainly hope so. Sometimes I lose sleep worrying about Mom, to be honest.
Well, know that she's with your older brother, so there's going to be no need to worry about anything at all.
You're right, I really should have more faith in you. I know that you can do this. But I just want you to know that it isn't easy. It takes a lot of work, okay? So seriously, if you ever need any help, just please don't hesitate to ask, okay?
Okay, but I really am going to try to do things all by myself. I really don't want to bother you with this. You need to go home and be with your family now. So don't worry about things here. They're going to be just fine, okay?
Hey there, Sam. I was just wondering how things have been taking care of Mom.
I mean, I'm doing it, aren't I? What is this about? Why are you asking me this?
Oh, well, it's just that you know that Mom and I talk every day just about, right? And it's just that Mom was complaining a bit about you. She says that you've been ignoring her when she asks for water. Is that really true, Sam? Have you been doing that?
What? She really said that to you? That's absurd. Of course I'm not doing that.
Okay, well, I'm just asking because Mom said that you haven't been doing a lot to take care of her. And she keeps asking for me to come over and help her. Are you really sure that you're good to take care of her?
Of course I'm alright to take care of her. Mom is just being overdramatic. I am doing everything she asks.
But if that was really true, then why is Mom complaining to me about you not doing that?
She's just getting old and her brains are all fried from her stroke. You should know better than to listen to her. In fact, I didn't want to say this to you because I didn't want to worry, but Mom's been acting kind of strange lately.
She's been acting strange. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. She's been saying things that make no sense at all. And then she'll get hungry after I just served her dinner. It's the same for water too, but she doesn't even do anything all day. She just falls, eats, drinks, falls asleep.
So you're saying that you haven't been ignoring her, it's that Mom is forgetting she's been fed.
That's exactly it. That's what's going on. I'm telling you that. I really think she's starting to lose her mind now. I don't know all the details. I'm not a doctor or anything. But she's just been acting really selfish lately, and it's starting to upset Erica and I. In fact, we probably have just as many complaints about her as she does about us.
Well, I'm not surprised. Like I said, nursing really isn't easy, but I don't get the sense that Mom is any less sharp than she's ever been from her texts.
I know, but you're not actually interacting with her like we are. So you can't know what we're talking about. I mean, it's not like she's always acting off. But it's just that when I talk to her, you can tell that something isn't quite right. I don't know, it's weird. But if you were here, you'd understand. But there have been times where it seems really, really bad.
Oh, I see. Well, I didn't realize that all of this had been going on this whole time.
Well, people say that older people going through dementia start to get really rude at the start of it. And since she moved in here, I don't think Mom has been very pleasant to be around at all. So anyways, just please don't buy everything that Mom tells you about us. We really are trying to do our best, but nothing ever seems to be good enough for Mom.
I see. Well, in that case, I'm sorry for ever doubting you. It sounds like things are going much worse than I had thought. Would you want me to come over and help you and Erica with Mom for a bit?
No, I really don't think there's any need for you to go and do that. It's not like we're having trouble taking care of her. It's that Mom doesn't realize she's being taken care of. We're doing everything that we should be doing. So there's really no need for you to be here.
Well, I understand, but I'm still your sister and Mom's daughter. I really wouldn't mind going over there just to pay a visit.
No, come on. You know that I'm not going to make you do that. I have Erica here, and we have plenty done between the two of us. I mean, I've already said, it's not the taking care of Mom that's the hard part, and I'm sure that your husband wants you at home much more than he wants you over here.
I've told you plenty of times that Ahmed really doesn't mind at all. But I really am sorry that it appears there's not much more I can do.
There's no need for you to apologize at all. I told you that I'd take care of Mom, and I'm going to keep my word. Things are really okay, but if anything happens, I'll be sure to reach out to you.
Okay then. Sounds good. Really, you can reach out for anything, okay? Hey, Sam, are you there? I just wanted to reach out because I'm having a little trouble getting a hold of Mom. Do you have any idea at all what might be going on? She's not even reading my texts anymore.
Oh, right. I actually forgot to tell you this earlier. But I had to finally take Mom's phone away from her.
Wait, you took Mom's phone away from her? Why in the world would you go and do something like that? Our Mom can barely move. All she really has now are the TV and her phone.
And I realized that very well, but I still had to do it. Mom isn't getting any better, and she's even started to going online shopping sites and buying all kind of wild things. Then she started dialing random phone numbers and started talking to strangers, so I finally had to take her phone away from her.
I don't believe it. It sounds like Mom hasn't gotten better at all. What are we gonna do?
Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to tell you. But anyways, I'm not even sure that Mom really gets how to use her phone anymore. She even called and had an ambulance sent to our house. She even called the cops on us once. So I had to do something before she caused any more trouble for anyone else. I didn't want to have to do it, but Mom left me with no choice.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea about any of this. That's so awful.
Yeah, it really is. I'm afraid that we might have to get Mom some professional help for what she's dealing with.
Well, so you really think that this all goes back to her stroke then? You think that she's slowly losing brain function as well? Well, I shouldn't even say slowly. It seems like this has gotten so much worse in such a short span of time.
I know what you mean, but I'm not a doctor, and I really can't say if one thing has anything to do with another. But it is true that all she does is sleep and eat most of the time.
Yeah, she was telling me about how bored she was all the time.
Well, it sounds like all that sitting around and being on her phone must have really affected her brain. It's honestly tragic. But we should accept the reality we're living in. This is our Mom now.
Well, if that's the case, then I have to go and visit. I just can't sit here and hear about this happening. Besides, I am sure that you and Erica must be exhausted dealing with her now.
I really am grateful for you wanting to do that. But you might want to hold off. I just feel like Mom is really in a really delicate spot right now. I'd hate for us to do anything that upsets her. It might worsen her condition, and what good would that do anyone?
Well, sure, but this is our mom that we're talking about. I can't just sit here and do nothing.
But we don't even know what Mom needs from us. She certainly doesn't seem like she's doing better mentally or physically, and I don't think we should be taking any risks that we don't need to be. So if anything else happens, I'll let you know, okay?
Well, okay then. Please remember to take care of yourselves as well. I know that you're saying you're fine, but I just hope Erica is as patient as you are with all of this. And if you ever need anything, you can always ask for my help. Don't wait until you're dead tired of taking care of her to do it too.
Of course not. Thanks so much for always wanting to be there, but I think we'll be just fine. You can leave Mom to me.
Hey, Sam, what the heck is going on here? Did you and Erica really leave Mom at home alone to go on a trip?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
Don't play dumb with me. I heard that you've been out of the house for 2 weeks now.
Oh, right. Well, about that, I guess I just forgot to mention this to you.
Forget to tell me what? What are you even talking about? How could you do this to our own mom? You were supposed to be taking care of her, and you're not even there with her.
Oh, come on. She's going to be fine. All she does is sleep all day. She probably hasn't even noticed that we left her like that. And how did you find out about this? Did you go to our house without asking us first?
If you must know, Mom called me over.
And how in the world could Mom have gotten a hold of you? I took her phone and made sure it wasn't in the house when we left.
Apparently, Mom dug an old phone out of some kitchen drawer or something. But I don't understand. By the time I got to your house, Mom was covered in bruises.
Man, she really just doesn't know when to give up, does she? She had more strength than we thought, I guess.
Sam, please. What's going on? Mom was so skinny, I thought she would just blow away with the wind. I thought you said she was suffering from dementia, but this is so much worse. Did you take her phone from her so you could try and keep her from reaching out to me?
Well, I guess the jig really is up now, isn't it? And here I thought I did such a good job of hiding it from you. But I didn't think she would know how to look for older models of phones in the house. I should have just destroyed them all to begin with.
What about this is funny to you, Sam? I mean, do you two not realize at all what you've done here?
Well, Erica was really wanted to take a trip overseas. I thought Mom would be fine. I mean, I left food and water out for her.
You really think you left her enough to get by for 2 whole weeks?
She doesn't eat much. Besides, we were trying to save money to use on our trip and didn't want to break the bank.
Oh, I've heard all about how you cut corners on food with Mom. She says that you always leave her hungry.
She's lying. We always give her more than she really needs. I mean, she doesn't even move.
Well, then why is Mom looking so frail? Why does she look half-starved, huh? You clearly aren't feeding her enough. How could you do this to our own mother? You told me to leave her to you, and I trusted you. I should have never, ever let you take care of her to begin with. This was all a mistake.
You know, things actually started out great, but then as time passed, taking care of Mom became more and more a chore.
But didn't Mom's retirement money help you guys out at all? Because Mom told me that you cleaned out her bank account. And she says that you and Erica used it all just to take Erica on a huge shopping spree.
Okay, I've had about enough of this. I'm your older brother, and I'm telling you to stop this. Besides, what Erica and I do is between us and doesn't concern you.
It concerns me if you were lying to me about what you were doing with Mom this whole time. I can't even believe that you're trying to defend yourself right now.
Don't I have a right to tell you my side of the story? Is Mom dead? No. Then I guess she's taken care of, isn't she?
Of course she's not being taken care of, Sam. Even now, you've literally abandoned her to go on vacation.
Okay, fine. I get it. You're mad. But I'll buy you a bunch of souvenirs, so forget all about it.
I am never, ever going to give you Mom again. I am going to take care of her and you'll never see her again.
Well, fine. Go ahead and do that. We squeezed all the money that we could out of her anyways. So there's no point in keeping her around. And at least when she finally does die, we'll get a slice of her life insurance policy.
Here I thought you had finally changed, but you haven't changed at all.
Oh, sis, we're back. Don't tell me you're still mad about the whole mom thing, right? I bought you a bunch of stuff just like I said I would.
Mom is in the hospital right now. The doctors say that she was severely malnourished. Not only that, but she was covered with sores.
Okay, and a woman her age probably should be in a hospital, to be honest.
But you realize whose fault it is that she's here, right? You did this to her. You're at fault. You're a criminal.
A criminal? And what crime did I even commit? I stepped up and offered to take care of my mother. Besides, this is a family matter and shouldn't concern the police.
You do know what elder abuse is, don't you? Because it's a very real crime and one that you've committed against Mom.
Abuse? You think I abused her? I was taking care of her. You really have some nerve if you think you can talk to me like that. And do think that I was going to give you gifts.
I don't need your gifts, but you are going to pay. After all, the police have already been told that you're back. They're on their way to arrest you, and then you are going to be brought before a judge and you will pay.
You mean that you already called the cops on me? What's the matter with you?
Of course I called the cops on you. You're a criminal. You hurt our mother. She could have died if she didn't call me.
But you can't pin any of this on me at all. I didn't do anything. I mean, I fed her. She's still alive, isn't she?
You think that someone being alive means that you took care of them? I'm afraid that you're going to see you and the law have very, very different outlooks on that.
But this is our mom we're talking about. There's no way that she would actually press charges against her own son. Isn't that right?
Our mom has no problem following through on any of this. In fact, she is furious with you.
You're kidding me, but then is elder abuse or whatever you called it all that serious of a crime? Will I have to pay money? Am I going to do jail time?
I would go online and do some research right now. After all, it's only a matter of time before the police arrive. Enjoy your freedom while you still have it. After that, I heard that the police apprehended Sam at the airport and took him in for questioning. They determined that what Sam did was an extreme case of elder abuse, and he was punished to the full extent of the law for it. Not only did he pay for the physical and mental abuse, he was also made to pay for taking all of our mom's money away as well. By the time it was all said and done, Sam ended up owing our mom about $50,000 in damages. And since I had offered to help and Sam had insisted on taking care of Mom himself, it was easier to pin the neglect on him. On top of the legal damages, he was also charged with paying all of my mom's medical bills for her stay in the hospital, which was another huge sum on top of the $50,000. Sam had no choice but to go deep into debt to afford all of these fees. But our mom said that instead of jail time, she was only seeking a restraining order against Sam and Erica. So Sam managed to avoid jail time for what he had done. But it sounds to me like he's going to be in jail of his own making for a long time. As for my mom, she spent a few weeks in the hospital building back her strength and recovering from the neglect she had suffered at my brother's hands. She was even able to use the money she got from the lawsuit to hire a personal trainer helping her rehabilitate her body. The other day I saw my mother walk on her own while holding onto some railings, and I swear I almost cried. It made me so happy to see that determined look that my mom used to get. I thought I'd never see it again. I ended up bringing my mom back to live with me. I thought it was going to be very difficult at first, having to take care of my mom after all that she had been through, but she's already made great strides in her recovery. At this point, I feel like I'm taking care of her even less than I was after she had her stroke. It worries me to think that she might have been much closer to a full recovery had I been taking care of her the whole time. But my mom is always telling me not to blame myself for what happened. And at this point, I'm just grateful to be getting back to the mom that I was afraid I had lost. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.